Welcome, dear traveler. I'm so glad you're here. Before we begin, let me invite you to settle in completely. Adjust your pillow, let your body sink deeper into your bed, and take a slow, deep breath. Release any tension you might be holding in your shoulders, your jaw, your hands. Let it all go. Tonight, I'm going to take you on a journey to a place of extraordinary beauty and profound peace. We're traveling to the heart of a jungle, where the air is warm and alive, where rain falls like a blessing, and where you'll find shelter, safety, and the deepest rest you've known in a long time. You don't need to do anything but listen and let yourself drift. If your mind wanders, that's perfectly fine. Simply return to my voice, to the story, to the gentle rain that's waiting for you. Are you ready? Then let's begin. You arrive at the jungle just as afternoon is melting into evening. The journey here has been long, a flight, a drive through winding roads, then a boat that carried you upriver through water the color of jade. But now you're here, standing at the trailhead where civilization ends and something wilder begins. The air is different immediately, thick and warm, like stepping into an embrace. It smells of earth and green growing things, of flowers you can't yet see, of moisture and life and ancient growing. You take a breath, and it fills your lungs completely, heavy with oxygen from a million leaves breathing out. Your guide, a local who knows these paths like the lines of their own palm, gives you an encouraging smile. It's not far, they say. 1 hour, maybe less. The camp is waiting. You adjust the straps of your pack and step onto the trail. The jungle accepts you immediately. Within 10 steps, the sounds of the modern world fade away, replaced by something else entirely. Bird calls echo through the canopy, whistles and trills and cries you've never heard before. Insects hum their electric songs. Somewhere in the distance, monkeys are having a conversation, their voices carrying through the dense green. The trail is soft underfoot, padded with years of fallen leaves. Tree roots cross it like veins, and you step over them carefully, finding your rhythm. The canopy overhead is so thick that the light filtering through is tinted green, as if you're walking through an emerald cathedral. Everything is alive here. Not just alive, but vibrantly, impossibly, almost aggressively alive. Vines drape from branches like chandeliers. Ferns uncurl their delicate fronds. Massive tree trunks rise like pillars holding up the sky, their bark home to orchids and moss and tiny ecosystems you could study for hours. A butterfly the size of your hand flutters past, its wings iridescent blue that seems to glow from within. You stop to watch it dance through a shaft of sunlight, and for a moment, you forget about everything except the impossible beauty of those wings. Your guide waits patiently, used to the way the jungle stops people in their tracks. There will be more, they promise. So much more. You continue walking. The trail winds deeper, following the curve of the land. You cross a stream on stones placed just so, the water singing as it flows over smooth rocks. A lizard basks on a sun-warmed boulder, doing absolutely nothing with complete commitment. The light is changing now. The green glow is deepening, becoming richer, as the sun somewhere above the canopy begins its descent. The bird calls shift in tone and frequency. The day shift is ending. The night shift is preparing to begin. And then, through the trees ahead, you see it, your camp. The campsite sits in a natural clearing where an ancient tree fell years ago, creating space for light to reach the forest floor. It's like stepping into a secret garden that the jungle has reluctantly agreed to share. Your tent is already set up, a larger structure than you expected, with a sturdy frame and a spacious covered porch area. The fabric is a warm cream color that seems to glow in the fading light. Mosquito netting drapes the entrance like elegant curtains. Someone has placed a comfortable camp chair on the porch, along with a small table holding a lantern. But what captures your attention is the setting itself. The clearing is surrounded by towering trees draped in vines and bromeliads. A small stream borders one edge, gurgling peacefully. Flowers you can't name bloom in impossible colors, deep reds and bright oranges and purples, so vivid they don't look real. This is your home tonight, your guide says, clearly pleased by your reaction. The rain will come soon. It always does in the evening. But you'll be safe and dry. The tent has weathered 1,000 storms. They show you the simple amenities. A basin of fresh water for washing. A camping toilet discreetly tucked behind a screen of bamboo. A clothesline strung between 2 trees. Your bags are already inside the tent, placed neatly on a wooden platform that keeps everything dry. I'll bring dinner in an hour, they say. For now, rest. Settle in. Let the jungle welcome you. And then, with a quiet smile, they disappear down the trail, leaving you alone with the green and the growing dark, and the symphony of jungle sounds. You climb the 3 wooden steps to your tent's porch and sink into the camp chair. From here, you can see the entire clearing. A family of small birds is taking a bath in a puddle left by last night's rain, splashing with pure joy. A morpho butterfly, electric blue, and impossibly beautiful lands on a nearby leaf, opens and closes its wings slowly, like it's breathing. The air is warm, but not uncomfortable. There's a breeziness to it, a movement that keeps it from being oppressive. You can feel moisture in it, the promise of rain that your guide mentioned. The sky above the canopy is turning from blue to gold to pink. Inside the tent, you discover a level of comfort you hadn't expected. The floor is covered with interlocking foam tiles and topped with a thick rug. A proper bed stands in the center, not a sleeping bag, but an actual bed with a frame, a real mattress, crisp white sheets, and a plump duvet. Pillows are piled at the headboard. The mosquito netting can be tied back or let down, creating a gauzy cocoon. Small touches make it special. A bouquet of jungle flowers in a simple vase. A small shelf holding books about the rainforest. A battery-powered fan for air circulation. And everywhere, the fine mesh that keeps insects out while letting you see the jungle in every direction. You change out of your hiking clothes into something loose and comfortable. The fabric feels good against your skin after the day's journey. You pour water from a pitcher into the basin and wash your face, your hands, feeling the trail dust rinse away. When you step back onto the porch, the light has shifted again. The pink sky is deepening to orange, and the first stars are trying to appear through the canopy. The jungle sounds have changed completely. The day birds have gone quiet. In their place, a chorus of frogs has begun, a rhythmic chirping that rises and falls like waves on a shore. Your guide returns with dinner. Grilled fish caught from the river, rice cooked with coconut, vegetables you don't recognize, but that taste of earth and green. Fresh fruit for dessert, mango, so ripe it's almost liquid, pineapple, that stings your tongue with sweetness. You eat slowly, savoring every bite, watching darkness claim the clearing. The guide lights the lantern on your table, and immediately moths begin to dance around it, casting wild shadows. The rain will start soon, they say, glancing at the darkening sky. Listen for it. It's one of the jungle's greatest gifts. They bid you good night and vanish once again into the darkness, their flashlight bobbing away down the trail like a firefly. You're alone now, truly alone, in the heart of the jungle. As night falls completely, the frogs are singing in full chorus now, hundreds of them, maybe thousands, creating a soundscape so rich and layered it's almost musical. High chirps and low croaks and everything in between, all woven together into something that sounds less like noise and more like the jungle breathing. You settle into the camp chair with a book, but you don't read. The lantern casts a warm golden glow, and you simply sit, watching the night reveal itself. Fireflies appear not one or two, but dozens, hundreds, drifting through the clearing like earthbound stars. They pulse on and off, each following its own rhythm, yet somehow creating a pattern. A light show more beautiful than anything human-made. A creature moves through the underbrush at the clearing's edge. You freeze, but it's not afraid of you. A paka, a large rodent with spotted fur, emerges into the lantern light, sniffing the air. It looks at you with bright eyes, decides you're not interesting, and continues on its way, utterly unconcerned. The air has changed. You feel it before you understand it, a pressure shift, a certain heaviness that makes the atmosphere feel electric. The breeze picks up, moving through the trees with a sound like distant applause. Leaves rustle, branches sway, the frogs go quiet. In the sudden silence, you hear it, a whisper in the distance, growing steadily louder. It sounds like static, like radio noise, like 1,000 tiny drummers approaching through the trees. Rain, it's coming. You step inside the tent and let down the mosquito netting, creating your cocoon. You light a small lamp inside, giving the space a warm amber glow. Then you lie down on the bed. And oh, the bed is more comfortable than you imagined. The mattress somehow perfect. The sheets cool and crisp. The pillows cradling your head just right. The sound grows louder, closer. The whisper becomes a hiss, becomes a roar. And then it arrives. The rain doesn't start gradually. One moment, it's not raining. And the next moment, it is. A complete transformation. As if someone threw a switch and turned on every faucet in the world at once. It hits the tent with immediate intensity. You can hear each individual drop for a split second before they merge into a continuous drumming that surrounds you completely. The tent roof becomes an instrument, and the rain is playing it with wild enthusiasm. But you're dry, perfectly, completely dry. The tent sheds the water effortlessly, streams of it running off the edges, creating a curtain of water on all sides. You're in a cocoon of fabric, suspended in a storm, protected and safe, and utterly at peace. The sound is incredible. Not loud exactly, though there's volume to it, but it's the texture of the sound that amazes you, the complexity. Rain hitting the tent roof makes one sound. Rain hitting the leaves makes another, a softer patter. Millions of tiny impacts creating a whisper beneath the roar. Rain hitting the forest floor makes yet another, a deeper, more organic sound, like water returning home. All of these layers combine into something that isn't just noise. It's music, a composition written by nature, performed by water and leaves and earth. You close your eyes and just listen. The rain falls harder, driven now by wind that makes the tent walls shudder gently. But the structure holds firm. You can feel its solidity, its determination to keep you dry and safe. The poles creak slightly, settling under the weight of water, and then they're still. Water runs in rivers around the tent. You can hear it gurgling, seeking the lowest ground, following gravity's ancient pull. The stream at the clearing's edge is growing louder, swollen with new water, singing a deeper song. Thunder rumbles in the distance, not threatening, just announcing itself, letting the world know that the storm is here and powerful and alive. The sound rolls across the sky like drums in some massive orchestra. Lightning flashes, bright enough to light up the tent walls for a split second. You count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 before the thunder comes. A mile away. The storm is circling, dancing around you, but not here yet. Maybe not coming here at all. Just passing through, blessing the jungle with water. The frogs have started singing again. You can barely hear them under the rain, but they're there, undeterred, celebrating the water. This is what they've been waiting for all day. This is their reason for living, these nightly symphonies of rain and song. You shift deeper into the bed, pulling the duvet up to your chin, even though you're not cold. The weight of it is comforting. The softness of the pillow cradles your head. Your body, tired from the journey, begins to truly relax. Muscles you didn't know were tense start to soften. Your breathing slows, deepens, matching the rhythm of the rain. The storm settles into a steady rhythm. No longer the intense downpour, but a constant, reliable rain that sounds like it could continue forever. Pattering on the tent roof, dripping from the leaves, soaking into the thirsty earth. Inside your cocoon, time seems to slow and then stop altogether. There is no clock here, no schedule, no place you need to be. There is only this moment, lying in a comfortable bed, surrounded by mosquito netting that glows amber in the lamplight, listening to rain fall on a jungle while the world sleeps. You think about the animals outside, taking shelter in their own ways. Birds tucked into the hollows of trees, heads beneath their wings. Monkeys huddled together in the canopy, sharing warmth and comfort. Jaguars resting in their dens, waiting out the storm with patient golden eyes. Each creature has found its place, its shelter, its safety. And so have you. The rain continues its lullaby. Endless variations on a simple theme. Water falling, earth receiving, life continuing. The sound fills every space, every silence, wrapping around you like a blanket made of music. You notice details in the dim light, the way the mosquito netting creates patterns where it's gathered and tied. The shadow of a large leaf pressed against the tent wall by wind, the gentle movement of the lamp flame, even though it's electric and shouldn't move, but it seems to anyway, dancing to the rhythm of the rain. Your eyes grow heavy. Each blink lasts a little longer. The space between thoughts grows wider, deeper, until your mind is as quiet as the clearing between rain showers, present, peaceful, still. The rain softens even more, becoming a whisper, a suggestion, a gentle reminder that water falls and earth receives, and everything is exactly as it should be. Sometime in the deep middle of the night, you drift in that space between sleep and waking, aware of the world, but not part of it. The rain has stopped. The silence is profound, but not empty. It's full of tiny sounds that only emerge when the rain pauses. Water dripping from a million leaves. Drip, drip, drip. Each drop falling at its own pace, creating a random pattern that's somehow perfect in its randomness. A night bird calls low and haunting, 3 notes that hang in the humid air and then fade. Another bird answers from far away. They're having a conversation in the darkness, speaking a language you don't understand, but somehow recognize anyway. Something small moves across the tent roof, probably a gecko, going about its business of hunting insects. You can hear its tiny feet making the faintest scratching sound against the fabric. Then it's gone, and you wonder if you imagined it. The jungle is breathing. You can feel it, the exhalation of a million plants releasing oxygen, the inhalation of earth drawing in moisture. You're breathing with it, part of the same rhythm, the same cycle of give and take. You should be uncomfortable. You should be anxious about insects or animals, or the unfamiliarity of sleeping in a tent in the jungle. But you're not. Instead, you feel safer than you have in months, maybe years. The tent is a womb. The mosquito netting is a protective embrace. The sounds of the jungle are a lullaby sung by the earth itself. Your body knows this, even if your mind doesn't quite understand it. This is ancient safety, the safety of shelter, of being protected from the elements, of having found a place to rest in a world full of movement. Your ancestors felt this same peace in caves and huts and lean-tos. It's written in your DNA, this comfort of having walls between you and the weather. But here, the walls are thin enough that you're still part of it all. You can hear everything, smell everything, sense everything. You're not cut off from nature. You're nested within it, held by it, cradled in its green arms. The rain begins again, gently this time, a soft patter that sounds almost apologetic, as if it's sorry to disturb the silence. But it's not a disturbance, it's a continuation. Another verse in the endless song. You drift deeper, surrendering to the comfort of the bed, the warmth of the duvet, the music of the rain. Your breathing slows to match the rhythm of water falling on leaves. Your heartbeat quiets, becoming steady and sure, a drum keeping time with the jungle's pulse. Dreams begin to weave themselves from the sounds around you. You dream of green, of growing things reaching toward light, of water soaking into grateful earth, of roots going deep, finding strength in darkness, of seeds splitting open, becoming more than they were. The rain continues. The jungle breathes. And you sleep the sleep of someone who has found their place in the world, if only for one perfect night. When you wake, and you're not sure when that is, because time has lost all meaning, the rain has stopped again. But something has changed. The quality of darkness is different, softer. The deep black of midnight has given way to the gentler darkness that comes just before dawn. The jungle knows. It's stirring, preparing. The frogs have gone quiet, their night shift complete. In the trees around your clearing, birds are beginning to wake, offering tentative chirps, testing their voices, warming up for the dawn chorus that will soon begin. You lie still, not wanting to move, not wanting to disturb this perfect moment. The bed is so comfortable, and you're so deeply relaxed, so thoroughly rested, but you're also awake, present, aware of the extraordinary place you find yourself. Through the mosquito netting, through the tent walls, you can sense more than see the lightening of the sky, gray creeping into black. The promise of sunrise somewhere beyond the canopy, though you won't see it directly. The jungle is too thick for that, but you'll see its effects. The gradual illumination of leaves, the definition of shapes, the transformation from night to day. A howler monkey begins to call, a sound so deep and loud it seems impossible that it comes from an animal. It's more like the earth itself groaning, announcing the new day. Other monkeys join in, creating a chorus that rolls through the canopy like thunder. If you didn't know what it was, it might be frightening. But you do know, and it's magnificent. The birds begin in earnest now. One species, then another, until there are so many songs happening at once that they become a tapestry of sound, each bird singing its own melody, yet all of them creating something larger than themselves, the dawn chorus, one of nature's most spectacular performances. Light grows. You can see individual leaves now, dark against a lightening sky. Drops of water hang from every surface, catching the growing light, beginning to glow like tiny lanterns. You should be tired. You've slept in an unfamiliar place, surrounded by unfamiliar sounds. But instead, you feel more rested than you have in months. The jungle has given you something precious, not just sleep, but rest. Deep, cellular, soul-level rest. The kind that comes from surrendering completely, from trusting that you're safe, from letting the world hold you. Your breathing is slow and peaceful. Your mind is quiet, emptied of worries and lists and obligations. There is only this, lying in comfort, listening to the jungle wake, feeling grateful for every single moment of the night that's passed. The rain begins one more time, but this is different. This is the morning rain, gentle and brief. A cleansing shower to wash the night away and prepare the jungle for the day ahead. It lasts maybe 5 minutes, a soft pattering, and then it's done. Mist rises from the forest floor. You can see it through the tense mesh walls, wisps of white vapor drifting upward, like the jungle is breathing out, releasing the night's moisture back to the sky. It's ethereal, magical, a reminder that this place exists in multiple realms at once. The light strengthens. The gray becomes lighter, warmer, touched with gold. The day is coming, inevitable and gentle, bringing with it all its gifts, warmth and activity, and color and life. But that's for later. For now, you close your eyes one more time, letting yourself drift in that perfect space between sleep and waking, held by the jungle, blessed by the rain, grateful for this night, this tent, this green cathedral that has sheltered you so completely. The last thing you hear before sleep reclaims you is a single bird, its song clear and pure and impossibly beautiful, welcoming the day. And so, dear friend, we've journeyed together to the heart of the jungle. We've sheltered in a tent while rain drummed its ancient rhythms. We've listened to frogs sing and birds call. We've felt the profound peace of being held by nature, protected and safe, and exactly where we needed to be. Now it's time for you to rest, truly rest, the way you rested in that tent. Let the memory of the rain lull you into sleep. Let the the comfort of that bed become your bed. Let the safety of that shelter become your safety. You are protected. You are safe. You are held by something larger than yourself, whether you call it nature, or the universe, or simply the miracle of existence. Your breathing is steady and slow, like the dripping of water after rain. Your body is relaxed and comfortable, like sinking into that perfect mattress. Your mind is quiet and peaceful, like the jungle in the moment between storm and sunrise. There is nowhere you need to be, nothing you need to do, no problem that needs solving right now. There is only this, the gentle darkness, the soft pillow, the warm blanket, and the promise of rest. The rain is falling somewhere. It's always falling somewhere on jungles and mountains, on oceans and deserts, on tents and houses and the sleeping world. Let that rhythm carry you into dreams. Let the earth hold you the way it held you in that clearing. Tomorrow will bring its gifts. But tonight, this moment is for rest. Sleep well, dear traveler. Sleep deeply. Sleep peacefully. The jungle is breathing, and so are you, and all is well.